On the corner of Bardstown Road and Bashford Manor Lane,
So I've been here 48 years.
Petty Lowe says there isn't much excitement.
43 years here and 5 years at the house below, next door.
Today was different.
Somebody said, look at all the police.
We received a radio call that they had just had a holdup here.
Investigators say an unarmed teen gave tellers a demand note and walked out with a handful of money, but no getaway car.
I was standing right here, and he was right there at this bus stop.
His escape plan
It's kind of a silly thing.
Bizarre and comical.
wasn't much of one.
You gotta see it.
He just robbed the bank. He doesn't have a bag to put his money in.
The bus came towards him. He flagged it down.
He jumps on the bus.
He tried to hop the 58.
Why didn't he get a bicycle?
Then a dye pack exploded.
He holds his money up and there's red dye pouring out of it.
As soon as he got on the bus, red gas comes out.
And the bus driver asked him, said, what is that?
Caught
The
red-handed.
way everybody knows pretty much in the community that if you see a pack of money with red dye coming out of it, that it's probably a dye pack from a bank.
An off-duty police officer
Coming around the corner from Bardstown Road and turned on to Bashford Manor Lane.
made the collar. No one was hurt,
Robbing banks isn't his long suit.
but there might be one injured ego.
I hope he had a token.
I think he needs to take up another profession.
Well, I just saw these kids running down here.
And I see a little smoke.
They were screaming, fire, fire.
Pour it out back here.
There was fire everywhere.
As the fire at the Colonial Oaks Apartments grew,
First it started from Kevin, and now it's bioswale.
so did the crowd,
It's bad.
family,
He's lost everything.
and friends.
It's the only thing he was able to save out of there.
Precious.
Evicted by the flames.
Places that have gone up in flames too much to save anything else, so everybody in the building's lost everything but birds.
As 64 firefighters battled this 3-alarm blaze and the heat,
If we were sitting right here, we could feel the heat from the fire.
word started spreading about the cause.
A young 5-year-old boy is playing with a lighter
It's very dangerous.
and set the whole place in flames.
Then arson investigators confirmed the crowd's speculation.
It's a tragedy. It's really a tragedy.
A 5-year-old kid playing with a lighter caused the devastation.
Everybody in that whole building, everything's gone.
I just feel sorry for the people that lost everything.
Some things here happen every day. Some things don't.
Not here in Lebanon, no.
Michael Calhoun was arrest number 1 in this citywide drug raid.
We're trying to shut down the street level dealing in Lebanon. Here you go.
Ex-con David Litzy was number 3.
Hey, you need to come up here real quick.
He's made this call
They're
before.
getting me right now. Police is. Syndication and trafficking.
Never in front of his son.
All right, I love you, Mom. I don't know how long this is gonna be. This is ugly right here.
It's the parts you don't see on cops.
I love you, okay?
A 13-year-old boy forced to grow up too fast.
You know, they don't think about what it's going to do to their family when they're actually committing a crime.
No, I just dropped my daughter off at the babysitter. Thank God she wasn't there. Oh, woo.
Litzy says he just couldn't go straight.
Just life. You just get caught up. Fast money.
Trafficking cocaine, first offense, first degree.
Now, Litzy is charged with dealing crack and being part of a crime syndicate, which is a felony.
You have full cash bond, $25,000.
He's now facing 20 years in prison.
Hey, I'm a man. I'm 40 years old. I can do my time. It's just thinking about your family and your loved one that hurts more than anything.
Yeah, that will hurt the most.
As Litzy waited to be booked, his son showed up at another raid. A young boy looking for answers,
The parents are role models.
possibly without a father to guide him.
Little Dave crying.
Eric Flack,
I'm like, oh man, what is going on here?
Wave 3 News.
Bubble gum, bubble gum.
We're going to try to block off.
N-A
many dishes?
This lane.
How many pieces?
So we can double some people up here.
Do you wish?
Like any all-American town,
It's been going on for years.
folks in Anderson,
As you can see, we've got the support of the whole town out here.
Apes.
getting downright pumped up
It's the 4th of July. You're supposed to celebrate the birth of our nation.
30 more minutes.
for the time-honored
1974, the Midnight Parade was born.
annual parade.
We're proud of this parade, and the whole city is proud of it.
5 more minutes.
Yeah, it's time to have fun.
When that clock strikes 12,
That's right.
we start moving.
We're getting a jump on the 4th of July.
It's starting now.
Midnight Madness.
Ah, cool. That cracks me up. Come to me, too.
A parade in the dead of the night, proving
Anderson is not dead.
Okay, I waved at him.
alive and kicking.
Bye-bye. Oh, that's my favorite. Those don't live.
Even 4 hours past bedtime.
Still not tired.
At 5½,
Oh, get your flag.
Michaela's seen countless parades.
Probably thousands.
She knows all the late-night nuances.
Candy, candy, candy.
For Michaela,
How much do you have?
it's all about
Well,
candy,
look how much I have.
cutting curfew,
Ah!
and cool cars.
It's a 1966 Chevrolet Impala, mint condition.
Alfred's Impala leaping into the lineup,
I stay up until I get home, which will probably be about 2 a.m.
even if he limps home.
Yeah, and then I'll collapse and go to bed.
If you don't want to hold it, just...
Oh, sure. It may take a few naps and some black coffee.
No.
But change Anderson's midnight parade?
I don't think so.
Everyone's leaving.
Now that'd be downright un-American.
Are we leaving?
Chris Parente, Wave 3 News.
Bye.
The emotion of this moment,
I have no words for it.
hard to forget.
It's just the emptiness you feel when you're about to leave someone you love.
140 members of the 233rd leaving for the Middle East to transport tanks if and when war breaks out in Iraq. The farewell for Laura Matou's heart-wrenching.
I like to say you get hardened after a while, but you don't.
This is her husband's 4th deployment.
The more time that passes, the more stuff you go through together, the harder it gets to let go.
Letting go
There ain't no words for it. No words at all.
brings pain that's even tough for soldiers to bear.
I don't want to leave her,
Fred, come here.
but I have to go.
Mark and Jenny Pittman are newlyweds. So is Louisville's Crystal Rivera.
Scared. Very scared.
We didn't really get any sleep at all. Kind of just stayed up and held each other for a while.
Holding on to each moment like it was their last, praying it's not.
Remember, God's going over there with you, and he's going to bring you back.
So don't worry, I'll be back.
This, I said I wasn't going to cry.
The tears hard to hold back. As the fight for freedom abroad takes a toll here at home.
It's the worst thing in the world. Don't wish it on nobody.
Today is January 31st, New Year's Eve. It is cold out here.
Thank you.
It's embarrassing to get out here and do this.
Thank you, sir.
But I have to.
But what's the difference whether you lose your house by a fire or a flood or something natural, or if somebody just takes it from you, or if you lose your job?
You got a whole bunch?
I got a whole bunch of pennies for you. The end result is the same. You've got babies that are suffering.
This is a big one.
Are you living in a shelter or something?
No, we're staying in a motel. I didn't choose this. I wouldn't choose this. If I could do better, I wouldn't do this at all. I have a job. I raised 4 children. Now I get that a lot.
It's solicit on the side of the road. We're going to try to help you, but we have to help you the way that we're allowed to help you, which is to take you down to the mission.
I'm just not comfortable with the mission. I can make enough money to put myself in motels, and I have been. Thank you. Everything helps. Thanks. Just because I'm in this situation doesn't mean I don't love my kids, or that I'm a bad parent, or that I can't provide for my kids, because I'll do whatever I have to do to provide for my kids.
You got more pennies.
Nope, I don't have any more pennies, honey. I mean, I don't down anybody for not helping me. I don't down anybody for passing me. It's your choice. You can't help everybody.
Need some help now? You want us to help you now, or meet you somewhere, or take you to the station?
Nah, that's okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can't argue with the cops. I tell you, we did better today than we've done any other day. Right now, I try to focus on just making it from day to day.
On the eastern slope of the Rocky Mountains, where the Garden of the Gods emerged long ago, the wind up here has a dreamlike quality because it carries from below the sounds of a dream coming true. This is the United States Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog.
And the current home of Sarah Drury.
I've had to work since the day I started playing volleyball.
Because in a game where big players pack an even bigger punch, Sarah might seem out of place.
Like even here, training center, they're like, what sport do you play? Because, you know, they see me walking around with these 6-foot girls and they're like, and I'm like, oh, I'm volleyball. And they're like, yeah, right, volleyball. And I'm like, no, really.
She's a libero, a defensive specialist. And one look at the face of head coach Toshi Yoshida, and you realize this is no joke.
I have to have someone who has an Olympic caliber. Otherwise, I'm not going to bring them in here.
2 practices a day.
Oh, no, then, wait a minute.
5 days a week.
Okay, looks good, okay.
With weights added on.
Since we train so much, we can basically eat what we want.
Then load up.
We sleep in between practices.
To do it again.
Practice. This is the fun part of the day.
It's the price she pays to be on the #1 ranked team in the world.
But our big goal is to qualify for the Olympics.
Words she never imagined herself saying.
I never even thought of volleyball past college.
For most, Sarah's path to the national team was unlikely, and she agrees. But for her, an invitation to train in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains and potentially compete at the birthplace of the Olympic Games only makes sense after her years of hard work.
My most favorite memory, just always playing with my sister.
Because volleyball is in Sarah's blood.
She was probably bumping a ball when she was 3 years old.
Supported by family on one side.
We all did. All my sisters played, and I still play.
Mary Reichelt, Sarah's mom, remembers the doubt on the other.
People would say, you know, you're too little.
I had to run faster.
You can't do that.
Jump higher.
And that just made her work harder.
That hard work carried her from juniors all the way to a nationally ranked Division I program. U of L's head coach Leonid Yellen was one who looked beyond Sarah's height.
She came to us as a walk-on.
For 2 years, I was a non-scholarship player.
And I find out, you know, how much this kid has desire, how much he loved to be here.
Finally, he had no choice but to be like, you know what, you deserve a scholarship.
And then the phone call from Yellen to Yoshida.
Only favor I ask, you know, just let her try out.
I took a very close look, and then I thought, that's pretty good.
She just needs to keep doing what she's doing, you know, and just gain experience, and because she has the skill.
But Olympic veteran Stacy Sikora also has the skill. She's the #1 libero and Sarah's #1 competition.
She will probably be the best libero in the world. I say that to everyone. I'm like, watch out for her.
Next practice.
So it is at the end that Sarah's uphill road becomes steepest.
I want to prove to everybody else that I can do it.
And even though her future is uncertain,
that's exactly how I've always approached everything.
Her mother's love and pride is anything but.
She's so full of love and full of life and probably everything that I could ever ask for.
As for Sarah, a lifetime of proving herself isn't completely over, but it sure is close.
If I don't go to Athens, of course I would be upset, but my main thing I would be thinking is at least I was here making the team better. I made them work hard every single day. Good night.
No, it's very, very popular. One adult and one kid. Kids really like it.
Seen it on TV.
Okay, 5's your change.
This? Nah, I don't think so.
Looks interesting to me. I wouldn't want to do it though, but I like to watch.
Just been doing it all my life. Really enjoy the sport a lot, and just enjoy doing it.
It's awesome. I mean, getting air and looking down, you're 20 feet off the ground. I mean, and nothing can stop you at the time.
It's arena cross racing. It's in pretty tight quarters. There's a lot of like slamming and bumping going on in the track.
I don't see how some of them walk away from them. One dude crashed the first race a while ago. Motorcycle landed on top of him.
It's just a total adrenaline rush if you ever had one. It's such a high. It's almost like doing drugs. I mean, adrenaline's the most potent drug, so it's just an awesome feeling.
I come here to watch some good race, but I hope there's some pretty good wrecks. I want to see something get tore up. You know how it is.
Yeah, actually I crashed this morning in practice. All part of the game. It's fun though.
I mean, I race and I go watch races for crashes, so I know what they're thinking.
Broken bones, I mean, I'm living testimony of that. That's why I don't get out there, because I'm too accident prone. I've wrecked my share.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's all I want to do is just ride and have fun. As long as it's fun, I'll keep on doing it. And when it's not fun anymore, you gotta stop. Because I mean, sometimes you sit there and you think it's not worth it getting hurt all the time.
They walk in the door. I smile real nice, ask them what they want. They get a little intimidated by the regulars. They get a beer, and then they feel really happy that there's games out that way.
This is called the Beer Depot.
Swing by the depot.
Pretty having it play.
Grab a bar stool.
So you know there's TVs, right?
Wow, exactly.
And just like the regulars,
My watering hole.
You all right, man?
you won't go home a stranger.
I think I'm feeling a little better.
The kind of bar that you come into and you won't leave without talking to probably everybody in here.
But lately, talk has turned from Flat Top's unusual talent to what you might call a stroke of genius.
Like most things here, it starts with a conversation.
Conversation
They have a beer holla.
that led to inspiration.
This is Louisville's
Stop.
first and only
Stop.
sip and putt.
Miniature golf for big people. It's a dog leg right, uphill.
Only the gang at the depot.
Kind of like that. On one.
Can I get a couple beers?
Could turn a watering hole
$3.50.
into 9 holes.
Get in the hole. Bam. We got water.
You should go for the bank off there.
We got sand.
Oh no, you got the shot.
We got greens.
Oh, and oh!
What else do you need?
That's actually a birdie on this hole.
Ball washer. You got to have a shot at the ball washer. I mean, that's just classic.
Not quite the prestige of its bigger brother.
1-1.
It is the poor man's Valhalla.
I have walked Valhalla.
And I can handle that one.
And I have dreamed about Valhalla.
It does define beer holla.
This is probably the closest I'll ever get.
But hey, there are advantages.
The last hole is the only one that matters.
One, baby.
Because then you get more beer.
Where else can you go have a beer and play putt-putt?
Are we getting the idea that
No place but the depot.
I may lose?
Still, at the last
Can I have a beer?
last call.
Oh.
You can't help but figure there's more to it than putt-putt.
Good night, guys. Thanks. Wrapping it up, cleaning and count the money.
Maybe a comfort in knowing they'll all be back tomorrow to have a round and to play one.
Look
Look at that! Woo!
Chris Parente,
I never leave this place unhappy.
Wave 3 News.
Never left a day of work here unhappy.
Far removed from the big city, there's a stretch of road in southern Kentucky
It's 88 miles, east to west. You stay on your feet all day, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
where motorists have taken a hit for 30 years.
It's a little more difficult job than most people assume. Oh, we have lots of country music and stars that go through here in their buses. Montgomery Gentry and Sawyer Brown have been here, Loretta Lynn, and when you deal with the motoring public, it's a whole other factor.
One was 90 cents, and then one was 80 cents, now 30 cents. So I don't know how they determine the amount.
You have a few that are upset before they ever get here.
No, I would rather not pay them.
And then you have happy people.
It's worth it if the road's quicker and in good shape.
But my grandmother always told me, get a lemon, make a lemonade.
And now, Bonnie Taylor, road manager at the Bon Air Toll Plaza
Thank you, sir.
on the Louis B. Nunn Parkway, will have to take her grandmother's advice.
Well, I'll miss not being here. They just say, you know, we don't have a job for you anymore. Well, I'll miss the people terribly. I miss the people that I've worked with for many years. It's more like a family than just a job because we're out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because after 30 years, this 88-mile east to west stretch of road has made all of the money it was supposed to.
I'm so thankful that the state of Kentucky has provided a way for us to go forward.
Jay Warren,
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Wave 3 News.
At the Ponder Creek Estates Retirement Community, seniors play games, take walks,
Keep your shoulders nice and straight.
even work out
One more time.
together. Still, life can be, well,
lonely. When you lose a mate, it makes you lonely.
Because he lives, so I can face tomorrow.
I guess that's why they built these places, for people like us.
So fear is gone.
Al Bell moved in this summer, and it was in the cafeteria one day.
I always loved to flirt with the guys.
He looked up
I'm afraid I was bad about that.
and saw Ruby Wheatley.
I was sitting at one table and she was sitting at another table, and we met eyes together, and we had a spark just lit up. And I asked her for a date.
To go get ice cream.
You're too far away.
You asked me to go get ice cream, I'll go.
Since that day,
And I don't think Ruby's feet have touched the floor since he moved in.
Let's get over there in them rockers.
they've been inseparable.
I'm 80. He's 70.
I'll be 79 in October.
I say.
That's what I told her. She robbed the cradle.
I got lucky. I got me a young man.
Now, Ruby and Al are getting married. And what's a wedding without a bachelorette party?
I scare him to death. I'll get him so
As for the bachelor party,
Strip joint, baby.
Oh, well, I know.
And I said, no. Can't have any heart attacks before the wedding.
That after we all swore up and down no dames.
Al had to settle
It's inside your wedding ring, no other, isn't it?
for Humphrey Bogart. Although
Naked turtlenecking. I wonder how you do turtlenecking.
things are looking good for the honeymoon.
This certificate entitles Ruby and Al to a night at the Holiday Inn. Thank you for the gift.
So, at an age when many think their best years are behind them,
He's kind, he's gentle, he's helpful.
Ruby and Al are like two starry-eyed teenagers.
Beauty, in and out, outside and inside. That's a beautiful woman.
An unlikely love story
He cares about people,
that reminds us all
just like me.
it's never too late.
Oh.
Eric Flack, Wave 3 News.
When we first got off the bus, I said, I don't want to do this. This is too cold today, you know, kind of wussing out.
But this is personal.
I still have a lot of fighting to give.
Survival. Lori Linford Tilton, diagnosed with breast cancer in '99. The road brought her here. Lance Armstrong's Ride for the Roses.
He's someone that supported me in a way that he will never know. I'll probably never fully understand. And it's brought a sense of peace to me.
Peace despite cancer's return.
Metastases to the liver, lung, spine, and brain. But I feel pretty good.
Part of a small group, each raising $20,000 for the Lance Armstrong Foundation.
Yeah, I had 8 treatments of chemo, weekly chemo.
Memories here?
The last few weeks, I've been able to keep some food down.
Too important to miss.
I need to let my nerves calm down. Oh.
The road, once again, her battleground.
Oh, you'd have to ride 100 miles. And that's what any cyclist would want to do, you know.
Her bike, defiance. But with radiation, chemo.
Okay, I can do this ride, I can do this ride, I can do 70 miles, I can train, I can do this.
Not eating.
40's gonna have to do.
Strength, not from training.
I would tell her to keep riding her bike.
Being sick during the tour this year was good timing for me. I could watch Lance on TV every day.
5-year Tour de France winner, 7-year cancer survivor.
You know, when he fell down and he got back up and he, you know, you just saw that look on his face of like, this is it.
Here with hope and spirit.
You know, I can't just lay down now and say this is it.
But with a 30-degree drop in temperature, brutal winds.
We are 8.75 miles by my computer, so.
And yeah, cancer.
People are coming past me and moving pretty quick.
I'm trying to be a shield in front of her as much as possible, and all I can hear is my windbreaker just whipping around everywhere.
She rides, focused on that road that brought her here.
It's one of Lance's kind of key phrases. I now only have good days or great days.
Words of wisdom perhaps only those with cancer can truly understand.
A bad day is all relative after you've been where we've been.
Lori calls it her armor.
I had another outfit on, and I thought, no, this isn't Lance. This isn't, Lance enough.
Inspiration that's inspiring everyone around her.
Her knee's bothering her a little bit, so we'll see how far she can get.
Pedals fueled by motivation instead of muscle.
Hi, Lori Tilton.
Lori stays the course.
I'm going to skip straight to the line for Lance.
Nervous, excited.
Hi, Lance. How are you? My name's Lori.
A thank you, no matter how simple.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Is overwhelmingly sincere.
5 years. It's really the number of years I've been fighting cancer. Yeah. Yeah. That kind of fits it up right there.
I hate to see people go through it once or twice or however many times, but the fact that I can do something on a bike that helps somebody else makes my day.
As for the 40 miles,
today just was not the day.
At 11, the knee pain so excruciating.
We'll do it for the both of us.
Lance, her hero.
Survivors finishing on the right-hand side, all others on the left.
Husband Keith, her heart.
Thank you.
You're welcome, cutie. It was very symbolic. There's no way I was going to lose crossing over that finish line. That would seem like defeat. All right, where's the food?
One finish line down. Who knows how many to go? But for now,
I'm living. And I'm going to take that strength that I've gotten from this weekend and keep it with me in my back pocket and know that when I have those days, I can do this. I can do this.